golf tournament that Ray had a screw inserted to his hand, similar injury to Renfro's last year. How limited will he be this week?
Well, that's a good question. You know, he can do pretty much everything. We're actually gonna re-X-ray it. I think it's Monday. They're gonna redo his scan or whatever and see kind of where he is. I'll have a better answer for you next week as far as how soon he can be full go. But he can do everything. He can run routes. We're just not gonna let him catch right now. But it won't be long before he can. And again, I'm not sure what all they're going to do because they were going to put him in a little brace. So I'm not sure what all he's going to be able to do out there today. But he can run. He can cut. Do all the stuff that he needs to do. All the individual work. He can run all the routes. But we're not going to let him get tackled. We're not going to let him punch and block people. But it's not going to be long. He'll be good to go when we need him.
You mentioned that you're looking forward, but how can you use the success from the last couple of years to motivate these guys, certainly as training camp goes on and gets harder day in, day out?
Well, you got to lean on your leadership for that, your experience. I think we've got 33 seniors and juniors on scholarship, 27 juniors on scholarship, 6 seniors. And it's our total numbers right now is like 70 something freshmen, sophomores, you know, whatever, 30 something, 30 whatever. That leadership group has to set the tone. They know how we're supposed to practice. They know what the expectations are. So making sure that leadership from within, I always tell them, man, the priorities of our program, the standard of our program, the expectations of our program, those things, the vision of the program, those things have to be enforced and defined and maintained from the bottom up. You know, that leadership from within is what you got to have. So that's where it starts. I mean, they all know what to do. They know that it's a grind. They have a clear vision of it in their mind, and they've got a ton of experience to draw upon. I mean, listen, there's a bunch of guys on this team that have won a bunch of ball games, a ton of them. We're like 31-2 in our last 33 games. So they know what it takes. They know what it looks like, and so you lean on that because those things that made you successful, you can't get away from those things. I'm talking about the little things, the things that matter, and that's how we practice, how we meet, how we take care of our body. It's hydrating, it's nutrition, it's sleep, it's attitude. You know, those are the things that they got to bring every single day and do a great job of, so that I can get the best version of them, they can get the best version of themselves. But just every day, show up, win the day, be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. When you just kind of maintain that mentality, you look up and you're into the season.
You mentioned your excitement about the running back group and Tavian's weight and stuff like that. How ready do you think he is to kind of take on a bigger role, perhaps an every down role? Is he physically there, pass blocking, all that kind of stuff? Where you want?
Oh, he's very ready. He's very ready, as is Adam and CJ. Those three guys, they love Wayne Gallman, but they're so happy Wayne Gallman's in New York somewhere right now and not here because there's bigger opportunity for him. You know, he was such an alpha, and he was just so defined and such a worker. And when you have, Adam coming off the injury, CJ unproven, Tavian true freshman, different dynamics, different situation last year, and then you had this dog. But the good news is they all know what it looks like. I mean, they know, and man, CJ Fuller looks great. When he came here, they nicknamed him Bread because he was kind of soggy. I think Gallman was the one that they called him Bread. He looked like soggy bread. And now, man, he looks like some crisp toast. He is. He looks great. He looks great, and he's had success. He's confident. He knows what to do. And so now all those things that he's always had, I mean, they're just accentuated. And the same thing with Adam, man. Adam is unbelievable leader, one of the best leaders we have on this team, one of the most committed guys we have on this team, really talented. Those three guys ran. Their times that they ran this summer, and that's a fast group. And now Adam has got his confidence back. He just feels good. And same thing, He knows that opportunity is there. And then Tavian he's a sophomore. You know, he's kind of been through it. He's earned Tony's trust. He's put the work in. He's paid the price. And when you pay the price, you just have a confidence to you. And that's what I see in him. I thought he finished the summer incredibly well. One of the best finishers that we had this summer was Tavian. So those three guys are going to all complement each other. They're going to all play, and they're going to all have very big moments.
Coach, do you have an opinion on the elimination of two-a-days as it relates to your preparation or as it relates to football in general?
Well, I think one of the reasons that we've been so successful, we've won 70 games in 6 years, and it's not, we've got good players and good coaches, but I really, truly believe a big reason is how we practice, how we train, how we take care of our guys, mentally and physically. I really, truly believe that. There's hardly any change. We had 1 2-a-day last year, so-called 2-a-day, and I'm embarrassed to even call it a 2-a-day. Coach Stallings would be very disappointed in me. It was like Club Med 2-a-day. Great changes in the game. Again, you don't know what you don't know. And I think back to even when I was playing in the late 80s and early 90s and in the 80s in high school. When I never got water in high school until my senior year in high school. Billy Tohill's my high school coach. Water, man, you get water, you weak. I mean, the very first time I ever had water was my senior year. And only because somebody might have died or something. And so somewhere along the line, they go, it might be a good idea to give these guys water, instead of salt tablets or whatever. And my trainer, I remember him, they got in this big argument, and so finally Coach Tohill relented, and they took a PVC pipe and drilled holes in it. And so he'd give us 5 minutes, and we'd run over there like to just suck the water out of that thing. Just he didn't care. But now everybody'd be taking their wipes, disinfectant wipes, and we'd be wiping it off. He didn't care about that crap back then. You just suck it down, and then it was like the quickest 5 minutes ever. And you didn't know any different. And we did 2-a-days every day. And then I go to Alabama, and I get there, and I'm like, dang, we got water anytime we want it. I mean, that's when I first heard what a water cow was. I mean, you get water anytime. There's water everywhere. I was like, this is crazy. And then it's 2.5 weeks of 2-a-days every single day, full pads, live, tackle, every day. And you know what? You didn't know any different. We didn't know that was stupid. How do you know? And now, but you learn from, unfortunately, you learn from the bad in everything that we do. And, man, there's been so many great changes in this game. It's a shame that you learn a lot later. It's just like, back when my parents were growing up, everybody smoked, I guess. I mean, our grandparents, they all smoked. Somewhere along the line, it's like, you know what? We need to make sure everybody knows that this ain't good for you. And so it's just the game is so much improved, and I think it's awesome. We have not had 2-a-days around here. Like I said, we might have had one day where we did shells and did mostly special teams, and then we'd have kind of a normal practice. But our 2-a-days, we'll still do 2-a-days. I've still got the schedule structured exactly the same, but it's really no different than it's been in the past year. The second practice, we just can't have a helmet on, and it's just a walkthrough. But that's really all we've ever done anyway. So it's really not much change for us. The only change for us in preseason camp as to what we've been doing is we can't have a football meeting with them on Sundays. I've never practiced them. We've always given our guys off on Sundays. I guess some people don't give them days off, but I've always given them a day off. But we would bring them over and we'd have a segment meeting with them, just a football meeting. We can't do that. That's the only change for me. As far as that, it's kind of business as usual. I could have brought them in last week. I could have brought them in, I think, last Wednesday or Thursday, according to how they changed the rules when they did away with it. But I wasn't going to do that. These guys, they just finished their workouts like Tuesday of last week. There's no way. I mean, they need a break. They need to be excited to come in here. We've got plenty of time to get done what we need to do. to be ready to play.
Guys, I gotta let him go to
Hey,
start
Coach.
practice.
Practice?